Today we have a Caterpillar D7E bulldozer. This was made by CCM and it's in 1/24 scale. Now, all these big scale models from CCM, they all have typically they're all very good quality. They all have a lot of detail and they have a good bit of functionality. And this is probably one of the best out of them. And part of the reason for that is, so scale models have always been typically used as a sales tool, and this was very much one of those times. Now the D7E, it's not a hybrid bulldozer, but Caterpillar made it specifically because it had electric drives for the tracks. It's not a hybrid because it doesn't run off of any batteries at any time. Like, it doesn't run off any stored energy. It just uses a diesel electric drive to basically run the tracks. You know, the blade and everything is still hydraulic, but you use electric motors as opposed to like a torque converter and, you know, all that other fun stuff. And part of Caterpillar introducing it was putting out this run of the big scale models. So we'll get into that in a minute. First, look at the dozer. So there are two versions of this. The original version didn't have a winch, and I'm not sure. So this was like 2009, 2010. They probably put out like 1,000 of these, and then later they added the winch. I think this is a Carco. I think that's right. A Carco winch. It's kind of neat, kind of interesting. And this was a smaller run. Let's see here. Is it number 99 out of 250? So, like I said, not in the 1,000-piece run, but smaller than that. It makes it kind of interesting. It stands out a little bit from all the other ones. So, like all the other 1/24 scale models, this is nice. It is impressively heavy, like surprisingly heavy. Like, there is a ton of metal in this, and there's still some plastic, but it's very much used appropriately. So really, the amount of detail in this is just outstanding. One of the things that is cool is the protection on the lights here. I don't think that's on the original run of D7s. I think that's got added with the winch, but it's still pretty neat. Let's see. We can get this side panel opened up. You can get a good look inside the motor there. It's really, really well done. The finer details, they just tickle me to death. I love this kind of stuff. I really do. That just looks great inside that motor. So one of the supposedly one of the advantages of having the electric drives for the tracks is that you don't need as much horsepower, because it's you really just need the motor to run a generator and a hydraulic pump, so you can save a little bit of fuel along with keeping up your pushing power. And that's kind of why they made this. Anyway, one of the things that's really cool, and part of the purpose of making this the way they did with CCM, is you can open up all the side panels here, which is pretty neat. And you can tilt up the cab so you can get that perfect view of, oh, okay, so there's the generator behind the motor, there's the, I don't know, whatever electrical transformer kind of stuff you need, and you can see the electric drive motors down there. So as a sales tool, again, you can really show, you know, in the dealership, this is how it's different, this is how it's set up, this is how easy it is to work on it. If you need to do maintenance or whatever, this is how it is, you know, how easy it is to tilt the cab up. You know, again, all these models were originally meant as sales tools, and that's exactly what this is, which is really, really cool. So that just looks fantastic when you open that up. And like I said, this is mostly metal, which just looks fantastic. You can get a decent look inside the cab there. It's kind of hard to do it on with the video. But everything that's in there, everything is in there that should be there, which is pretty nice. There you can see that protective grill on the lights again. Just really pretty nice. The only thing that's kind of strange about this is I don't think it was maybe protected as well as it should have been inside the box. Like you can see a lot of scuff marks there. You can see some there. Around the backside, you know, you can see where the foam just kind of rubs against the model itself, which is kind of disappointing, but not terrible. I mean, that stuff doesn't really bother me, but some people just they're ready to burn the earth over it. Now, one thing that is kind of interesting, kind of disappointing, is the hydraulics are really stiff on this, like surprisingly stiff. Like, I don't want to move it because I'm going to break it kind of stiff, which is a little bit unusual for these the bigger scale models, because it seems like a lot of them have been a little bit looser, like they wouldn't really hold a pose, but this is just as tight as can be. And the tracks are pretty tough to move also. I mean, they do work, but they are just tough and tight as can be. Now, the winch is pretty nice. You can see the little hook there, hooked into the drawbar. It doesn't, I mean, it's not like spring-loaded or anything, but it does move. If I can ever get the thing out of there. Now, anyway, you can wind it up, which is pretty neat. That's kind of unexpected, I would think. Overall, though, it really is a very nice model. Now, unrelated, kind of a funny story. So, when this come out in about 2010, I think it was 2010. I can't remember. All the dates just kind of run together now. Yeah, this is 12 years ago we're talking. So, I remember it coming out, and I'm a sucker for the big scale models, and I thought, wow, this is really cool. And I saw the price tag, which was like $400 some. And at the time, it was kind of a lot of money. You know, it still $400, but so I saw it, I thought it was cool, and I passed on it. And then about 2 years ago, one popped up on eBay for a really good price, and it was somewhere that I drove past twice a day around Baltimore. So I sent the guy a message, and I just asked, like, hey, you know, can I just come pick this up, you know, if I buy it? And the guy says, yeah, sure, that's fine, no problem. Which is great, because the guy wanted like $30 to ship it, which was ridiculous. So I wound up buying the thing, and then trying to get the meeting set up, like, listen, you know, I'll come through there at 6:30 in the morning, any time in the afternoon between like 3 and 6 o'clock, whatever. It doesn't matter. I can just swing by, meet you somewhere at Walmart, whatever. This guy could not get it figured out. Just could not get it figured out. He couldn't figure out how to take the shipping off of eBay, couldn't figure out how to just send me the money back if I paid him. Long story short, fine. Just mail it to me. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You know, it's still a great price for the Dozer. You know, I'm still saving money. He's still getting paid what he wants. Everybody's happy. So the boxes, right? All these 124 scale models come. You have like a nice glossy box like this, and then there's just a brown cardboard sleeve. Yeah, it says Caterpillar D7E, and it has the serial number. In this case, it would be number 99 of 250. That's what the guy shipped it in. Stuck the label right on the side of the box and sent her down the road. So the box shows up at my house, just beat uncontrollably from the postal service, just destroyed. And I see it, and I'm like, I paid $30 to get this thing shipped 45 minutes and thrown down a flight of stairs. Holy cow. I was amazed that this thing was even in one piece when I actually got it. So, sometimes, I don't know, I guess the moral of the story is you don't always get what you pay for. Anyway, that's all I got for this. Overall, I'm really happy with it. Is it worth $430? I don't know. You still see a lot of them for sale that have never been bought. It's not terribly popular, I don't think. It's kind of an odd dozer, honestly. I don't think they're really that popular in real life anyway. But anyway, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask. If there's something you'd like to see, let me know. I might just have it. If you'd like to see more of what I have, please subscribe to Maryland Construction Diecast. And thanks for watching.